Okay, hey guys, back again after a long time without content in the channel. But right now I do have something for you. We will be building this later, hopefully. This is using React and Firebase. Okay, so I'm using the version 9 of Firebase, the latest version of React Router, and I assume that is the latest of React. Okay, so you can see we have a simple application. We can just click here. We can see some text, some heading, the image, and we can update. Let's say something like just to add something there. Official there, just so we can just see. Update is going to actually update really fast because it's not going to refresh. I don't have anything for it to refresh, but I know it's doing so, updating the post because I can see here the data coming from Firebase, and you can see let me just, also, I think I will need to check or update the OBS or um, check the settings because I think it's looking kind of blurry, but I will do that later before we start with the tutorial, of course. But you can see we have the data here. This is coming from Firebase, and let's just go back. You can see the title here changed. If I go back again, you can see this change and you can see this updated. Okay, so it's updating everything. I'm going to test the image because I know it's working. Let's create a new one. Let's say new post for YouTube vid, and let me just show you this, some random text. Let's choose a file. It's going to open on my other screen. Let me just pick one. Have a ton of shit. I do have already that one uploaded. Let's use this one. Open. Because it's going to, well, if I click that, it's going to open again. Oh, so fuck that. Let me just pick one already. I have a ton of crap here. And you can see it just shows that we have something selected, create post. It's going to say we don't have the correct length, so let's go to Lorem Ipsum and grab some text, whatever is longer than 100 characters, and create. I just have, this is a very basic stuff, as you can see, but it gets the job done. So it's going to alert document created successfully. Okay, it's going to just refresh all this, and if we go to home, I'm not redirecting after updating after adding the new post. You just go home and it's just going to fetch everything else. You can see this one is what I added, and you can see the data there. We can also update here as you saw. So this is a simple application that we will be building. I saw a few people having issues with Firebase, okay? And I wanted also, even though there are channels that already cover Firebase stuff, I wanted to cover also file uploads. Okay, let me just show you. Where is my, it's this one, okay. Let me just move that one out of the way, open that with code, and let me just move that as well. I have my config there. I don't want to show you that. My Firebase credentials, but I wanted to show you this is, it's not a big application. We have also, let me just make this one bigger as well because it's not going to look that good in OBS. I'm going to try, I will try to fix the settings in the OBS. Hopefully with an update it's going to be fine, but I will do that later. Just bear with me with this. I know it might look kind of crappy, but you can see we have the components. We have only the main, the new, the single, and you know that I come from Angular, so I like to do kind of these services, these places where I can add my stuff and just to connect to the components I want to. So you can see we are getting the Firebase provider. We're using the get post that we are going to set in this Firebase provider that is in the services Firebase. You can see we have this config file. This is actually the service. Okay, naming issues there, but it's not that something that is going to break anything. So we're also using a React Router DOM. Let's go to new. I I do have redirect here, but we should use navigate, as I think. And as I said, it's kind of messy because I do have the storage up here that is going to upload. Also in single, I have the same function. I just copied and pasted that. It's not this one per se, but I just did that. And if I go to the config, I should actually just do an async delete or sorry upload image. I know there's a way to do the hook for this, but you know I might do that later. I also like to actually update the stuff that I have, or to at least make a video with those parts that I want to update. Sorry, I say upload, right? That I want to update. So I was trying to keep um, each stuff on its own sandbox, so you can just play with those. But right now, I mean, the application is kind of messy and it's not really well refactored. I just added the stuff there to get everything done and working. So yeah, it's not really a big application. Also, just I'm going to take this chance to just tell you, because I know a lot of people just use set state for a ton of the forms. Okay, this is so big that I can't even. Okay, so we have the form here. So just this, I'm just going to show you right now this part. If you're using React, okay, and if you are getting the form, the data of a form, you can see that I don't have anything on the input that is an unchange. Okay, we don't need to set the state, and I think I actually did this a long time ago with the last React stuff I uploaded to YouTube. But we don't need that on change to set the state. Okay, we don't need that for anything, at least in this kind of applications. If you need to store that for some reason, go ahead and save it in the state and do whatever you want. But here, I'm just getting the form data of the event target, which is the form itself. Okay, so from that, I'm using that form structure to get the stuff that I want. In this case, this is the updated or the thing that is going to tell me if I have or not a cover that I want to delete or not. You will see how this works. But if I go to new, okay, you can see that this is the how we are going to create the post. Just three simple properties that we're going to add. But I'm using the get method of the form data to get me the values of the input themselves instead of setting. You see that I don't have anything here that using that is something like a set title or set content. I don't have anything like that because most of the times we don't need that. Okay, so I just wanted to make that clear, that you can just remove the on changes there. You don't need them. You can just grab um, the form itself and get the correct stuff from the form and just do whatever you want and be done with it. Okay. Also, just to make sure you understand this, I'm not going to focus on CSS or anything. You can see the application is just ugly. Just make this bigger because I'm not sure if you're seeing this correctly. The OBS is blurry. I do see that. I do see the OBS working fine on my other screen, but it's not, when I check the video, doesn't look good. So that's something I need to take a look at. Also, although those are cars, is didn't focus on CSS. As you can see, this is not responsive. Okay, but we're going to be building this later. Hopefully, I will start with this next week, at least to update this and some Angular stuff in the channel. If I have time later, we can maybe start checking view and updating that as well. But I will try to add some content, at least some, little stuff that I see to the channel. So yeah, I'm still kind of busy with work and stuff. Not at this point, but maybe I will change some stuff in my life. So probably I will not be able to do videos like we did before, like every week. So maybe like every month or so, try to add a new tutorial, full tutorial, building this kind of application, something that just gets the thing done. But I just wanted to show you this, guys, to add some new content to the channel at least. And well, just to tell you that the channel is still running. Maybe not as it was before, but it's still running. So again, I saw a few new people in the channel. Thank you for subscribing. If you do like the content I'm providing, please try to like the videos and stuff, because from what I know, that is what actually makes the channel grow bigger. YouTube shares the videos and stuff, so maybe we can just start growing, and maybe I could just start, doing this for life, because probably I would want to do this maybe in a couple of years more or so. But at least, well, we're going to try to give more life to the channel. Okay, guys, so thank you again for subscribing. For the new people, thank you. Hope you learned something here. And again, I will try to answer questions as I see them. If I can't, or if I forget, sorry guys, I'm just busy. Well, that's all. Enough talking, and we will build this later, and I will see you in the next one.